Nani?
Big punch. I think. Alright, is the mic good? Is the mic good? I think my mic is good. Still need a moment to get myself ready and stuff, so... Hang tight for a little bit more, guys. I need to get myself some hydration, some fuel, and we should be good to go in a bit. And hopefully my audio levels are okay. Like, somebody let me know if I'm not loud enough. If the game is too loud. I am assuming the volume is good. Sorry it's taking me a little bit, guys. I just needed to, So, I was actually, I had a dentist appointment today, and I didn't get a chance to properly eat, breakfast or lunch, so I'm having, like, some, I guess, an appetizer or, like, an afternoon tea kind of thing. Uh, my teeth were in pain. Well, not just my teeth, my gums were in pain,
Hi,
because
how are you?
I had one of those, like, deep cleaning treatments today. Thankfully, the new insurance I got was able to cover it. My gums still hurt like hell, though. Thankfully they didn't tell me that like, oh, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can eat again. As like, most of my dental checkups are usually like, oh, you can't eat after a certain period of time because we did something to your teeth and whatnot. Thankfully, it's pretty cool now. What they just told me is that when I brush and floss now, I gotta floss deeper, which of course is gonna hurt my gums like hell. And I should massage my gums, considering that like my gums are like super sensitive. Because here's the thing: when you're when it comes to having teeth, you either get like healthy gums, and but you either get healthy gums, but it's easy for you to get cavities, or you straight up don't get cavities, but have very weak, frail gums, which is my case. Or you could be one of those rare cases where your gums are perfectly healthy and you don't really get cavities at all because you're one of those rare, immaculate species of people with teeth. Unfortunately, I just fall within the category of having like very frail gums. So if I don't treat my gums right, I could get like acute gingivitis or something like that. But thankfully, after through all these years, I just never had a single cavity, which is very appreciated because like it kind of would be horrifying for them to actually work on my teeth even further because it's already painful enough for them to clean the spots in my teeth where I haven't cleaned it properly with flossing. But that's beside the point today. Right now I'm having a cauliflower crust pizza, but like, not only is the crust falling apart, it kind of serves as a bit of a disgrace to like me as a New Yorker, but the fact that the sauce also doesn't taste like well seasoned, well spiced or anything, it's so weird. And I had to add some extra cheese to it because this pizza lacks some. It's really lacking cheese. Huh. So when we go into the actual menu, we don't have music. Interesting. "2014 kind of felt like yesterday, though. I'm like looking at the copyright thing, and it's like, wow, it really feels like yesterday. And it used to be years ago when people were healthier a little bit. Oh, I had like a medium. I don't know if it was like a personal pie or a medium-sized pie, but the box said 2 servings per container, and I had 2 servings worth of pizza. Man, oh man. Well, I must be really hungry then. But anyways. I should be almost ready to go. Okay, now we should be good and ready. Okay. So the last place we left off was going to be starting the investigation for Turnabout Samurai. So... Kiai!
Grah! You are disgraced me for the last time, Steel Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. The moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon. For it will be the last moon you will ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Whoa! Grah!
The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. Bam, 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 bam. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wrighton Corporation Law Offices. Turnabout Sisters.
Correct. See you in hell, evil magistrate.
Whoa! Stop waving that broom around.
Oh, Nick, I didn't know you were here.
Of course I'm here. What was that surreal show you were watching?
Nandeska! Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai?
Nani? This theme is so iconic now. I'm sure it is a bunch of people's ringtones. Actually, it sounds pretty good in the movie, because I watched the Gakuden Saiban movie. What was it, during high school? And, well, the Ace Attorney Gakuden Saiban franchise is a cult classic for a lot of people for a bunch of different reasons. But this theme really hits it hard most, because it's like it's got that charm of you watching a live action, what is it? Super Sentai, um, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, etc., etc. So, it'd be like that. That's how it'd be. That's how it'd be. Oh my god, the head's, it's bopping. This is a bop. This is totally a bop.
He's only the most popular TV hero for young people.
Young? Like, how young?
I know, 10 years old.
And what the heck are you doing getting all excited?
Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See? I'm a teen. Not like you, Nick.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24 myself. It's kind of funny now, because Phoenix Wright is as old as me now. That's still considerably young for him to be a lawyer at this age, though.
And watch it with me. He's really cool. And it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was number 1. It was Ichiban.
That's totally a translation from Japanese response. Because if you watch so much anime or play a lot of like anime-esque based games, a lot of times in the dialogue they will say something Ichiban. Most of the time when that gets translated to English, it would be something the best or something that's number 1. You start to like pick out these little things when you're like looking at so much anime-esque stuff. I really worry about kids these days.
Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office.
I guess. We had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of town for some time, but no one paid any attention to the Wright and Court law offices. How am I going to pay the rent this month? How am I ever going to pay the rent for my living situation right now? The economy is just going to get worse and worse. It's a downhill.
It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner.
October 16th, 8:14 p.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Ring, ring, ring.
Beep.
Or should I say... hello? Moshi moshi? Naruhodo desu. Hello, this is Phoenix.
Nick!
Maya, what? It's still early.
It's the Steel Samurai. The Steel Samurai got arrested.
Huh? You mean the guy on the show?
Hi. They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain.
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, on TV.
Yeah, on TV. Terebi.
Yeah. No, I mean he actually did it in real life. He skewered a villain with the samurai spear.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Just come to the office, Nick. Please.
There's a funny optional thing that can happen during the case that is honestly worth it, unless that's a different case. But is it a first game thing, though? Because there's... Unless they added something new to, like... Because, like, the original game had, like... the first... These first cases to begin with. And then we have the final case that was just added because of the DS version, making it possible for the DS version. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. That is certainly fine. There is the Turnabout Sisters theme. I was waiting for this. I've been waiting for Turnabout Sisters. Okay. Maya's here watching television. And now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show, The Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. Jack Hammer, because... Okay. These names are so obvious. His body was still found inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found struck through the body. People believe this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. And I need more water. Oh hey, what's up, Benny? We're just doing a Flashback Friday retro game from like way back in my middle school days or high school days. How was your last stream, by the way? How you doing? You like their classic localizations from like during this time during the day? More so, I guess the recent ones can be counted for Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, I think. And the crossover, does it count for the crossover game? I think it probably counts for the crossover game. The crossover game happened at the same time that yeah, Dual Destinies was released worldwide, but at the same time, the crossover game was around... Oh, wait, was it? Yeah. I got sent to the gulag. I slipped and fell where... Oh, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's gotta hurt a lot, and I hope you do recover. Let me go ahead and give Benny a quick shout out, real quick. Man is also on the string grind like the rest of us. Weren't you playing some Nintendo games though? Like some retro games, some flashback games? Bum bum bum. People believe this was the murder weapon. Oh, I already read that. This has to be a joke. Also, this is an RPG, so I'm major... Whenever we're playing an RPG, I am majorly role-playing, so...
No, it's a nightmare. The Steel Samurai is over. The world is over.
The world is already over right now, Maya, if only you knew about this time period. Bring, 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 bring. I think that's a fake trill because, like, whenever I try to roll my R's, I can do like the... Like, it sounds so weird, though. It doesn't sound, like, completely smooth. Like, if I tried to say, like, Oroco, or I'm trying to say, like... I'm trying to think, like, a Spanish word with the R that just kind of makes it, like, obvious. Poco loco. Naruto? That's Japanese. Well, I mean, well, then again, the Hispanic language and Chinese have a correlation in which you speak with like a round mouth in order to pronounce like certain like pronunciations, which is weird. Roberto. Roberto, yeah. Like the first R in Roberto, you can actually do that. This case actually, if you in the series take some serious plot twist, but this one's good. Yeah. I'm aware. I'm vaguely aware. Ring, 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 ring. That makes sense, yeah.
Hi. Right in corporation law offices. Nande? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai.
Nani?
Nani?
Hi. So desu ne. We'll be right there. Ikuzu! Naruto-kun.
Go where?
They have the Steel Samurai and down in detention.
So what?
So, I decided this would be our first case.
Oh, there's no talking you out of it now, Maya. Okay. What is this game about? You play as a lawyer, a 24-year-old lawyer who now owns a law office, and it's a kind of like a point and click. Talk to people, point and click, and then there's like a courtroom part of the game where it has its own mechanic of like interrogating people and witnesses until you find out who the murderer is, and you win every case by finding out the real murderer in the court. Because you gotta find the one who's sus amongst all the witnesses. Like, once you have enough evidence in your court record to press people, and you find the right person who is obviously the murderer, sometimes not obviously the murderer, then you win the court case. But there are a few exceptions to the series, though, as a lawyer. The court system in this game works as the bench trial system. I don't know how the court works in Canada. All I know is that here in America, it's the jury system. And my older sister was once, like, invited to be on the jury. But in this game, they use the bench trial system. The bench trial system is where the judge decides the verdict of whether you're guilty or not guilty. Investigation is required for you to get evidence. All the evidence you need to, like, press people on to show the witnesses in court and interrogate every last one of them until you find the person who is the actual killer and get the judge to vote not guilty on your client. And again, I don't know how the court works in Canada. I don't know if Canada uses a jury or it's also, I don't know if it's a bench trial. That's something you would have to explain, Benny, because, like, I don't know. I think in Japan now they also do the jury system because this game is based off of the Japanese court of law. But also at the same time, I think the Japanese now do the jury system. I'm just aware that, like, I think I've only been in an unofficial courtroom once, and it was the jury system. We have the jury too. Every Canadian has to do it once in their life unless otherwise. Ah. Okay, that's pretty good to know. That's pretty cool. Yes, that's very true. Legal Eagle, he is a working attorney himself. Because I know, like, every country has their own different ways of, their court systems and whatnot. And of course, like, the translation for this game is, like, very weird, because originally a lot of these characters are Japanese, but this game was translated in the early 2000s. So it was during the time before my voice sounded like this, and it was me, like, in middle school, probably. And during the time they translated this game, they turned all the characters into, like, weird English pun names. And they turned Japan into California, so that's why they call the place where the characters live Japanifornia. It's weird. That's also very true, Kaiser dude. That's also very true. Okay, so... And if you grew up playing point-and-click games, you kind of will feel at home. Because when you play point-and-click games and you have your cursor, you gotta click here, you can click here, you can click here to investigate stuff. Maybe it'll be like something that will be important later on in the story. You can talk to characters to see how they react to what you ask them or tell them. If you don't speak English, you have to prove to the government that you can't because you can't speak English or understand. You have to show proof you do get paid for it, but not much as a regular day job. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Yes, for me, point-and-click games begin with humongous games with Putt Putt, Freddy Fish, what else? in my childhood, there was a lot of CD-ROM point-and-click games. A Pajama Sam, Rita Rabbit from Jumpstart. I'm trying to remember what else. Like, these four, like, popped into my head. A lot of, like, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon games from back in the day were point-and-click as well. Alright.
We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened.
Yeah, we just don't have enough information.
Well, what should we do?
What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai.
Does she want to investigate this case or do some sightseeing, I wonder? The money's on sightseeing. Okay. Let's go ahead and move over to the detention center and meet our client. Also, if you don't go and stuff and you can speak English, it's a big issue. I think you can get fined. I can't remember, to be honest. In this day and age, we could get fined for anything. It's ridiculous. Now, just recently, I heard that manga and anime IPs are now taking legal action against people who make fan art based on IPs because of a new Japanese regulation. And also, at the same time, before that happened, I'm actually using a real capture card. The shop that I got my capture card from got shut down, mostly because I think Japan now has a regulation where you can't modify hardware. So as a result, the shop that I got my capture card from is now shut down. And they had like an updated version of my current capture card. I like to get the upgrade, but now that they shut down, I don't know who to find to get the upgrade. This capture card still works fine, but it's not perfected per se, but it's kind of like it's still a piece of treasure in the world of technology for content creation. Yours is just an Elgato? Well, here's the thing. Handhelds are never like... Handhelds really have to get modified because most of them were never built to capture gameplay to begin with. So I saved up like plenty of money when it comes to like... I saved up some money. Although it really came out of my savings to get this capture card before the store shut down. But the Elgato still works. However, there can be some like audio input lag. I'm using like the Elgato Cam Link right now, which is how my face camera is being captured. It's working fine for me for now. But you also have AverMedia, which has like budget-friendly options, but their tech works just terrifically as well. So if I were to like get any more capture card like related technology, I'd probably go to AverMedia, honestly. This capture card is just insane. I have another Elgato in my computer itself to capture my Nintendo Switch, which is my currently my only console because this was my first ever birthday gift that I got on thanks to a contribution on stream like 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, yeah. And I had like over 70 people watching because it was a very thick birthday celebration. It's probably one of my thickest streams, but ever since then, the people who were there for the birthday party, I think a lot of them just moved on. It's crazy. Times change. Times absolutely change, and people change too. October 16, Detention Center Visitors Room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh.
Is that guy really him?
What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him. Not gonna lie, he does look like Wolverine. Like, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I kind of feel like it would be odd if I try to give this dude, like, I don't know. Because when it comes to Canadian accents, there's like a bunch of different ones. South Park, I know, tends to use the one where people go a boot that life. I don't remember which part of Canada says a boot with the OU sounding like that. I think it's like I spoke to another person who's Canadian, and she said it's like, I forgot, it's either the eastern or western side. And then I know is said a lot, although I kind of feel like it's like an informal sort of dialogue nowadays that's pretty common. But also at the same time, it's like because it's like sort of in between like typical American versus a British accent, in which there's like some pronunciations that's shared between like typical American versus typical British. Sometimes like the way every other Canadian I watch on YouTube talks just throws me off. But then when I listen to Hugh Jackman talk, my ears register it as pretty normal. And I don't find anything off-putting about the way Hugh Jackman talks. That might make sense, Benny. That might make sense. And also at the same time, they even gave in South Park they gave freaking Justin Trudeau that accent too. And as far as I'm aware, not all of Canada is on this is in agreement with having Justin Trudeau being representative of them. But that's as far as I'll say. As far as I've been informed, actually. And it would make sense, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but I definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you saying? Oh yeah, you know who else is Canadian in the comics? Deadpool. Wolverine and Deadpool are both Canadian, but honestly, I feel like I could pick up more of a diphthong a thing when Ryan Reynolds is the other Canadian celebrity I listen to. And that dude is hilarious. But to this day, Ryan Reynolds hands down is like an OG.
Hi.
Something wrong, buddy?
No.
This is getting off to a great start.
I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? Oh no.
Oh, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now.
Nick,
What?
he's a good guy. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
He didn't do it.
He's our client. Of course he didn't do it. We're trying to prove he's innocent. Oh, it's because Capcom. Every other Capcom character is designed to be a fighting game character. Funny, and Wolverine is literally in like a bunch of fighting games. Yeah, he is the mascot of... Hey, actually, hold on. I need to blow my nose real quick. But I will admit, Capcom has some very wacky character designs. And actually, Wolverine was featured in... X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That was a joystick, that was an arcade machine kind of game. You also have Marvel vs. Capcom. From like 1 through 3, Wolverine was one of the staple fighters. And yeah, Capcom has a very well-known history for having like really tacky character designs that they legit could be in a fighting game. Funny enough, this guy and Phoenix Wright, the lawyer we play as, he got into a fighting game. Funny enough. And the way his mechanics worked is super wacky. All right, let's talk to our client. I'm just gonna give him a mellow, like, very gruff voice. I'm not gonna go so try-hard on this dude. Maybe he can start by telling us what's happened.
Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday, actually. It was only yesterday. The cast had come down to Global Studios for a run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 in the morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 o'clock came around, the staff gathered at the studio. The evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. He took off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear.
The samurai spear, quote unquote?
It's a long spear that the steel samurai uses as a weapon.
Maybe you could explain to me just what the steel samurai is.
Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with this world.
Hey, I'm only 24, okay? You might be pop culturally enthusiast, but that doesn't mean I'm out of the loop completely. Hey, who's new to this?
No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo.
You know, like, Neo-Old Tokyo is like something that reminds me of Big Hero 6 with San Francisco. But at the same time, like, imagine them doing a crossover. Capcom and Disney doing a crossover with, like, an Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright in San Francisco.
Hello?
Kumi, thank you for joining us.
Fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions.
Welcome to the Flashback Friday, or Phoenix Wright Friday.
Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't blame you, I would do the same thing. Soka, Norohodo ne? That's actually his name in Japanese. Who comes up with these names? The sound makes me want to do the moonwalk, even though I can't. I think one time, at one point in my life, I could kind of do the moonwalk. When I used to, like, dance like a champ. I wouldn't say like a complete champ. I used to dance a lot like a lunatic. Alright, well, so, your alibi. Now, where were you on the day of the murder?
Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9 o'clock. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was to begin at 5 o'clock, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5 o'clock. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here.
Oh, I know who's gonna get their debut. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero.
What will the kids think?
I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder.
Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go.
I'm willing to bet 10 bucks she asked for autographs. 10 bucks feels like pocket change for lawyers, honestly. Lawyers make a lot of money. Like, after you pass, like, the bar exam. I forgot what the test was called. It's the bar exam. It's literally figurative pennies. Like, if you're not a doctor, then... If you're not making money as a doctor, then you're making money as a lawyer, honestly. You have to know the law pretty well, though. Hey, what do you know? We are now in Not Hollywood. October 16, Global Studios, main gate. See, this game would be entirely boring if I just breezed through it without any role-playing, but because I really do take this role-playing thing seriously.
Wow, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. It's going in. Aren't you excited?
Hey, you there. You want in? You gotta go through me.
Oh, come in, I say. We're, lawyers.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security.
Why, hello, security. I'm, I won't continue that line of logic.
And it's my job to make sure that gawkers like you stay put.
Gawkers?
Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youths today, something horrible happens in your time like this. Don't you have jobs? People, you know, lawyers not work like the rest of us. Maybe you should become a lawyer too. Sounds like a life of ease to me. To work yourself up around our team. Well, when I was younger, things were different. Mine, when we didn't have straight chippy clothes. What are these coming to these days? My own son, as I called it.
Oh my god. I need a sip of water. That hurt. That literally hurt my Adam's apple. Ow. Oh my god.
I can never go that high pitch.
My voice is way too deep. Like a bassist, I can do this kind of thing, but that actually hurts my Adam's apple and makes it want to come out of my throat.
Anyways.
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? You say no.
I don't know, it's possible.
Hey, listen when you're being spoken to. Youths today.
Oh god. It's like a studio van. Oh yeah, they use those kind of trucks for equipment.
Hey, no touchy.
Monka, as that face is scary. Okay, now I gotta talk to Miss Oldbag here. So, what do you do here at the studios?
At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days,
No. We're a star?
only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Wow, it's okay.
This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams.
Kind of feels like low-key commentary of Hollywood, honestly. Low-key, it kind of feels like Hollywood commentary.
Hammer was a big star back then too, he was.
Oh yeah, this is totally going into commentary about Hollywood. Like, we're being real here. Hammer?
The victim, dummy. Back up, back up. Back up, back up.
Okay, like whenever I do the chicken noise, then I'm just gonna say baka from now on. Baka.
The evil magistrate. He's been reduced to playing villains now, not exactly the best material to work with.
What kind of person was Jack Hammer?
What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Oh well.
Oh my god. Should I have heard of that?
But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He's got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program.
Ew, my god, I just saw that one frame where her lip just went. Her lip just touched her cheeks, like the dimples just touched her cheeks. That was Monka S. Oh my god, I could not unsee that. Oh my god, that happened again. Oh, my eyes. Oh, my eyes. I gotta shield my eyes and just look at the dialogue. Focus on the dialogue. Focus on the damn dialogue.
What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry.
Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers?
He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jackhammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job.
Ah. So why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer?
I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 o'clock, when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder took place is to the left here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place.
And that person was Mr. Powers?
Yes, I saw him, good sonny.
But Mr. Powers says he was but Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room.
Oh, I'm sure you would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it.
But, here's the thing. Did you see Mr. Powers as a person, or did you see the Steel Samurai costume? Because that could be one of two things. Like, you claim you saw him going from where you're standing to the studio, but can you be sure that's him and not somebody put interest in his costume? Oh, wrong scene.
Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request.
I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. And maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously.
Oh, time to get a letter from our client. Alright, so here we are at the detention center.
Hello. How was the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Is that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. No pun intended. At worst, you're just a suspect. Here.
I see.
Let me guess. This guy wasn't the top student in improv class. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you?
What? No, I never do that.
Earlier you said that you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch.
Yes, like a baby.
But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise.
Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. You're also gonna hear that, like, little bit of accent from me, because that's literally a New York thing. Because I think in other places they say lawyer, but, like, I'm from New York, we say lawyer. So that's one of the words where you get to hear the accent pop out. Gotta love accents. Gotta love accents. It's like a every time we say like an aw sound, it turns out to be very long. Like another example I could say is coffee or hot dog. Some people would say New York. I say New York, but like it be like that. Accents be like that. It's like an East Coast dominated thing too. Anywho. Bam, 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 boom, bam, bam.
I know, I'm sorry. I swear to you on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me?
What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. Obviously, she saw somebody in his costume. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio.
Oh, the security lady?
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let her see you stumble once, so she never let up on you.
Oh gosh, she's one of those people. But isn't that essentially like what Karens do as well? I mean, not gonna lie, it is something. It kind of is a Karen thing.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think you could write up a letter formally requesting my representation?
Of course.
There we go. That was easy. Oh wait, I have a button for that.
That was easy.
I just hope this will get me past that security lady. Thank you for the letter.
Show that to the security lady, she should let you in.
Alright, let's head over to the main gate. Yo, we got that letter over here. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers.
Hmm? Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Like a doctor? To think you would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really?
Really?
Anyway, you may pass. We're only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself.
Hey, Nick.
Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad.
There's a 50 cents a piece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents.
Well, this should come in handy. Alright, outside Studio 1. Okay, this looks like it's going to be a doozy, because, first of all, we're at a crossroad right here. Studio 1 is over here. This goes to Studio 2. There's a camera over here. This statue is out of place. So is this tree.
Hey, aren't you that murderer from the other day?
It's that confused detective.
Hey, pal, you know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window.
I mean, to be fair, Detective, you probably are kind of incompetent at your job, if not gonna lie. So?
Hey. He's depressed. It's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work.
She's got a point. She's got a point.
Detective?
I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt.
You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Well, there's this case first.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Hi, how are you?
And, we're on this case too, pal.
Hey, what's up, Curry?
Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
This dude just straight up broke the fourth wall. Gonna start my modem's like, yeah, no problem, Benny. Do what you gotta do, fam. Everybody's internet is working so weirdly nowadays. Yeah, this is the DS version that I have in my on my 3DS library. We also have Apollo Justice, and this is the only place you can play the game number 5 and game number 6. So we're gonna be doing these two games later, actually later in the year. But for now, we're gonna be working on the trilogy.
I'd say he's a character, alright.
Hey, so are you. You're all in the video game. Bam, bam, boom, bam. Hey, detective, see this? This is my attorney's badge.
Uh-huh. Don't you think it's a little sad when you have to explain what your badge means, pal? Real men show their PD badge, and that's that.
I'll admit the design of my badge leaves a lot to be desired. It literally... This badge looks like a cookie. We do have the extra case, actually. The extra case has been added to the DS version no matter, yeah, starting for the DS version, they've added in the extra case to all the versions. If you have... the original Game Boy game was the only one that did not have the extra case.
Maybe it should just be a big L for lawyer?
No, the big L would be loser. I'm not so sure about that.
Cowabunga.
About the security lady.
Oh, that sweet old lady. What a charmer.
Huh? Are we talking about the same person?
When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
See, that's one of the words where my accent comes out. I said coffee, not coffee. In other places, you would say coffee. I say coffee because, like, here on the East Coast, we say that.
Remember what Power said? She's a sucker for authority.
That's another one. Authority. Instead of, like, saying authority, we said authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
Nande.
What is this so-called decisive evidence? What kind of evidence?
Well, that, photo. A photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So she claims she saw our client, but it actually could be somebody else wearing the costume. Unless she has further evidence, that could be somebody else in the costume. We have some water, it's fine. It's not the worst case today.
Who took that?
See the camera up on that gate, pal?
The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
How's your Friday going so far, Curry?
Oh no!
Yes, evidence. We're finished.
Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. Gotta getting off soon? Nice, nice. So how's your investigation going, detective?
Well, it's, hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick. Maybe you need to be a little more interactive with your questions?
Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got?
What I got?
The autopsy report, the latest version this time, if you please.
Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal.
Okay, there we go. I feel like I want to watch, like, the first few episodes, or first 2 episodes of the anime version, so I get a good idea how the voiceover actors have, done the voices.
What's wrong, pal? You seem down.
I look so happy when you say that.
You'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found.
I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge.
Nick, so we've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
That's got to be another one of those chance statements. So, when you're translating some certain dialogue, when in anime or anime feature games they say like chance, it could be translated to a chance for something or an opportunity for something. So, but oftentimes you're going to hear chansu a lot when you're listening to like dialogue. Why was Mr. Powers arrested?
Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one studio went to the...
Only one studio.
Only one person went to the studio between 1 o'clock and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. You think I'm lying? Ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. I kind of like the flexibility of the touchscreens, though. Honestly, to be honest.
Nick, look! A security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face at donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them.
Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet?
Had to make my life harder by giving me that photo. Detective Gumshoe. So why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am?
Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things aren't important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see.
About the security camera.
Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over there in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here,
Ugh. That one frame.
you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself.
Again, how can you be sure it's actually our client in the costume? This is the one question that's just a stinging in my head right now.
The security camera got a good look at him too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is.
I'm sure that's meant to say that did it instead of what did it. Maybe it was you?
Good one, Sonny.
She thinks I was joking. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor?
Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio, Sonny.
Was? Past tense?
Oh yes, he was great as the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him?
It's not like we're getting any new info off of her.
That's a security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data, and you can see who went there.
There's a number plate on the camera, ST1307. That must be the ID number. The studio mascot. I guess is a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it, too.
Let's go and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like we need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they want to keep the non-employees out. I'll take a short rest here.
Hey, good idea, pal.
Detective, aren't you on the case?
Well, yeah, but... tired of standing around too, pal.
Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down?
Oh yeah, that was kind of dangerous. You should stay out of it, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. You don't use it now, though.
Alright, now we gotta get to the employee area. Clearly that said his Japanese name before they put the English name in here. October 16th, Global Studios Employee Area.
This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. Yay!
I have a feeling we might run into somebody. Wait, hold on. I thought the employee room would be larger. What the heck? Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum, cow piss. I mean, what? So normal. Like a typical vending machine in Asia. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least.
Oi, chocolate, samurai soda. Hey, try this.
Ladies first. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone is probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. I don't know if that's actually a T-bone. That doesn't look like a T-bone to me. Oh, well. Looks like we got somebody who redeemed that thing. So guess what?
Did somebody say boom?
Kaiser dude said boom. Every once in a while, we just need a boom in our life. Courtesy of Sandy, not Michael Bay.
T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot.
You just had a burger. I mean, a ramen. I mean,
Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks.
steaks. What are you, Paimon? Another Paimon in another universe? Wait, then I thought Paimon has more than 2 stomachs. That wouldn't make sense. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. It must be neat to be the star and have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room is now locked.
Hey Nick, let's take a look inside.
Maybe we could...
Maybe we can find something as a souvenir.
What do you mean, find?
Never know. There might be something like the samurai spear.
We don't need a spear unless we need it for evidence. That's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Hey, welcome back, Benny. Alright, let's move. Into the dressing room. This is like a tap-tap song for me. Glovo Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. But how can you tell it's him in the costume? Oh, yo, Benny, I'm sorry to hear that. Everybody's internet's been working weird nowadays, including mine. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. There must be a piece of evidence or something we can grab around here.
This must be Powers' bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look,
And play card keys. This must be Powers. This is Studio 1.
let's take it, Nick.
Borrow it. You mean borrow. Yoinketh. Kind of dusty. Like someone's sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. There's some regular suits and among the costumes here, which must be his own clothes.
It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes.
I'd see you already wearing one myself. Maya is definitely her own costume. There's a vast array of cosmetics here.
Ooh. This is the wig you used in Samurai Boogie Woogie. Nick, try this on.
No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig?
Kind of like samurai movies.
Kinda. Da-da-da-da. Alright, what's on the table? There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employees. Some tea and cookies.
Ooh, Nick, I'm hungry.
You just had a burger. I mean ramen. I mean bento. I mean...
Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have? Is she Paimon? I called, but I don't know how well this thing is going to last. Dude, don't force yourself if, like, your internet can't take it. It's totally understandable. Everybody's internet is being terrible right now. Low-key, Maya could be a cow.
Hey, detective, take a look at this.
What's that?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't show him that. Skate it.
Aw, I just wanted to show it off.
I think I'm supposed to talk to Powers about his card. I'll move to the detention center to check. October 16, detention center visitors room.
Apparently, they have Mr. Powers in questioning.
Right.
Look, pal, that camera takes a picture automatically whenever someone walks by. Took a picture of Will Powers.
I have to ask him about the photograph.
Oh well, let's try again later.
Is there anything in the office that I need, though? October 16, Wright and Corporation Law Offices.
What's going on, Nick? Powers said he was sleeping in his dressing room. But now there's a photo of him going to the studio.
Don't look at me. How should I know? Turnabout sisters. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum, ba-bam-bam-bam-bam-bam. There's the bellboy happily cleaning the room. Water torture technique. Why does the movie poster not say the title of a movie? That's weird. It should say it somewhere, or even the back of it. What do you think?
The photo the detective was talking about is the problem here.
Well, that's hard to say without seeing the actual photo ourselves. But if it is Powers in that photo, his alibi is shot. Which I doubt it's Powers because it could be somebody else framing him. Only one person went to the scene of the crime before the murder took place, and there's a photograph to prove it.
Guess it makes sense that the person is the killer then.
It could make sense.
What do we do, Nick?
Maybe there's somebody else who could have gone to the scene other than Powers. Let's take a look. Maybe that security lady missed somebody?
One thing's for sure, if there are any clues, they'll be in that studio.
Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bam, 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 boom, boom. Anything else we can, like, talk to you about? No, definitely not. So, let's see here. Alright, so we can't... We are not able to talk to that dude. Could you tell me about this, ma'am?
Oh, that! Isn't that a studio card key? You better watch it. The scene of a murder is no place for sightseeing. I'll be taking that. Hand it over.
Wait, no, that's mine.
Look, I don't have a card key to the studio, see? I want to go pay my respects to Jack Hammer where he died.
Well, you'll just have to wait. Okay, now we actually pissed her off. I feel like we're missing something. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Aha! I forgot you could do this. Wait, hold on a second. Before we, examine this room even further... Okay, so I can't do that function in the dressing room. Okay, so employee area it is. We just have to find more stuff in the employee area. So if we examine this way over here. Okay, so you guys can see the top part at least. There's a painting here. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably Neo-Old Tokyo Castle. There's a vent here. Somebody vented. Somebody sus. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. It's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet.
Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate.
Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest.
Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid.
Da 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 da. Do you know the name of a castle that's honest? And I feel like why do I have a good feeling this is a joke? This could be a curry joke. Wait, there's a there's a bicycle here. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point?
Makes it a lot easier to go up hills.
Don't people cycle to get exercise? I don't think there's anything else I could do here. The entrance to Studio 1. It's the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go and check it out, Nick.
I wonder if this card key would borrow from the dressing room will work.
Beep.
It opened. And it's more like, boop.
Alright, we're in.
Alright, we're in. Copy that. He's way too happy for somebody visiting a crime scene. I'm not gonna try a curry. I would not guess right now. Alright, let's move. So, this is the crime scene. October 16th. Aw, don't be sad, Maya. I could give you a huggy. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here.
Bruh.
Anyways. And the Steel Samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me.
Wow, look at that camera. That must cost a ton.
Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa.
Whoa, it's heavier than I thought.
No touching that. Who spoke? Who spoke? Sorry. My partner is kind of, you know.
You know? No, I don't know.
Who are you?
Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving around the camera, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're Will Powers' people. Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He never hurt a fly, he has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Shh.
Now let's examine the scene some more.
Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey, Nick, take a look at that. One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming.
Oh, it's a clapboard. No, thank you for the host, Kiva. Hope you're doing well.
And look, a megaphone. A real-life megaphone. Ready, Nick? Action!
This girl's more trouble than I thought. Oh ho 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 ho. This brings a smile to my face. I'm sure you know what's up, Kaiser dude. From all the references and the OG Ace Attorney memes. We have to examine this. We have to examine this. What do you call us? What do you call
how are
a zombie phoenix? Phoenix. No, I saw your answer, Curry. I just choose not to read that out loud. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're gonna start the ladder conversations.
Look, Nick, it's a ladder.
That's a step ladder, Maya.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick.
Oh, lordy. We're going down this rabbit hole. This is the rabbit hole we're going down. Right. Sorry, this girl is out there. We have to examine every single ladder now. We have to get it. Like, imagine they give, like, a hidden achievement for, like, unlocking all the ladder discussions. Maybe that's a Steam thing. I'm not so sure. Oh. That Kiva, that's a clever one. That's actually really clever. I'll give you that one. Let me just add a couple of quotes here. I'll also give a shout out to Keepa. How was your last stream, by the way? Did you have a good session on Lotro? I'm assuming you were playing with Shenanigans and friends again. No clues here. So we looked at the ladder already, the director's chair, the camera. Let's look at the, well, the outline where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape.
Cowabunga.
His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess this is why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected a spear stabbing would leave at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Oh yeah, let's talk to Penny. Oh, it's one of those bosses. Gotcha. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. Maybe it's his private. What kind of girl do you think I am?
What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. So whoa, 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 whoa. Smooth talking, Phoenix. Smooth talking, hello. So much for getting a confirmation of Power's alibi. So much for actually keeping yourself in check, Nick, with what you're saying. But like, hey, maybe Penny's a fine girl, alright? Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was her only rehearsal for her action sequence. Oh, I see. Sulka. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else.
The employee area. That's where Powers' dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. I didn't see either of them after that. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he was the killer. Why did they even have a photograph?
That doesn't make sense, though.
Oh, sorry, I know you're busy.
Not really?
Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. I don't know about that, but that day just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed?
Yes, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
I think I fixed my bloody internet, mate. Oh lord, that's amazing. Every time I see bloody as an adjective, I always have to transition to this accent. Like bloody hell, mate. Why does everything about my internet have to code on my blood? That's bloody annoying. Yo, Wick. I swear my internet service provider is a git. And the person who are trying to fix my internet are total wazzicks. Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, would that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. Nope, no, thanks, that helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio?
Yes, I think.
I think it doesn't cut it in a witness testimony.
Nick, what about that security lady? If someone else came to the studio, she must have seen them.
Oh, that doesn't work. I gotta talk to the security lady again. October 16th, Globo Studios main gate.
What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw a suspicious look on your face.
I'm sure we have the old lady's meant to say.
What?
Actually, that voice kind of suits her, honestly. That voice kind of suits her. That's Kyle's mom's voice, and that kind of suits her. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 o'clock p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times?
Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was somebody from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me, the almighty old bag? All right, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
Okay, is she an actual Canadian?
We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One.
Her? She's not even a full-time employee. Hey, listen, the other thing when I was young, let me tell you another thing about respecting your elders back then we did was carry shame that you used today just to be like, ah!
She left.
Well, Nick, search has to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders.
Maya has a point. Well, if she's not around, we could take a look inside here. The computer that runs the studio security cameras.
Nick, maybe we could see that photo of Powers with this computer.
Yeah, maybe. We could take a picture of it with our phone. Okay, let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
We have a computer in our office, Maya. Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. There, entered.
Nothing happened.
Huh? Maybe I got the number wrong. Entered.
Hey, it printed out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got. See, look. There's a person in a costume, but we can't guarantee that it's the client. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. What's my volume at right now? I feel like it's a bit loud.
I can't imagine the detective was very happy with this evidence. Something's printed on the back.
October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2.
What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day?
Nope, that's the only one in the computer.
Alright, we got evidence here.
Hey, Nick. Can we use this photo as evidence for the trial?
Yeah,
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
right. We'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. That's correct. That's correct. That's a pretty good quote. Should I quote that? I think I'll probably quote that. Actually, I'll put the volume back on. 30% is pretty fine, honestly.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. You could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for today?
I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? Did we continue like that? It felt kind of short for this first part. It honestly felt so short. All we just did was look around a bunch of places, and we found like a few, like, we got the autopsy report and like a couple of photos. It honestly feels kind of short that way. Wait, do we have the first day of the trial right now? It is the district court room, number 4. October 18th, 10 a.m., district courtroom number 4. Actually, before we get into the district courtroom, I need to take a quick restroom break, but I'll be right back after a quick minute, and then we'll get on to this first part of Turnabout Samurai. The actual first part of it. Be right back, folks.